4 games going down tonight in NHL action. I'm Megan Rochester, and I'm joined with Sportsbook Review's NHL odds expert analyst Dave Golikoff to talk about his top 3 free picks for this evening. Now, Dave has already laid out picks for us in the Oilers versus Ducks matchup tonight. You can find that free pick in the links below of this video. But right now, Dave, let's talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Buffalo Sabres. These two teams are 2 of the worst in the league facing off right here, but the Maple Leafs do take a -120 favorite in this spot. Tell us about your pick for this game, Dave.
Well, first off, I'll just throw out there that, we're doing picks on all the games tonight. Tonight's menu is pretty disgusting. I mean, this is like eating at a grimy, dingy diner, and the options are very limited here. So it's going to be bad for your heart tonight handicapping these 3 games, but we're going to do our best. The first one, Toronto-Buffalo. I mean, this is just a moldy game to begin with, continuing the analogy here. I mean, Buffalo is the worst team in the NHL. Toronto, absolutely pathetic. I think they've been the worst team in the NHL in 2015. I mean, I don't know what you really want to do in this game, but the Maple Leafs, they've won 2 straight, which is about as hot as you can be for these 2 teams. Really, stringing together consecutive wins is quite impressive. But laying juice with Toronto makes me nauseous here. This is really a coin flip more than anything else. I don't think either team really wants to win this game because they're both trying to tank to get a better draft pick. But Buffalo has won 4 of the last 5 visits from Toronto. So, Buffalo's won 4 of the last 5 as the host. And they typically, in terms of series history, have played well against Toronto at home. So I'm going to go with Buffalo as a +110 home dog, but this is a hideous game to handicap.
All right, well, let's lighten things up just a little bit for you now, Dave, and chat about the Philadelphia Flyers versus Pittsburgh Penguins showdown tonight. The Flyers tend to do pretty well against the Penguins, actually. They've won 5 of their last 6 matchups, but Philadelphia also hasn't been playing like themselves lately here. Can we trust a particular side in this one, Dave?
Yeah, this is another ugly game to handicap. On one hand, you've got to lay -200, over -200 with the Pittsburgh Penguins as a team that has dropped 6 of 9, doesn't play well against Philadelphia. They've lost 5 of 6 at home to the Flyers. The Penguins haven't been doing much scoring this month, the 7th fewest goals per game with 2.2. And you have to lay a bunch of juice with them. I mean, that sounds exciting, right? And then you've got the Flyers on the other hand. Yeah, you could take them as a big road dog if you like. The Flyers, who've been tanking this month, have dropped 9 of 11, allowing 3.4 goals per game over their last 5, scoring the 10th fewest goals this month at 2.31. I mean, they're just waiting for their head coach to get fired, waiting for the season end so that they can fire their head coach at the end of the year. I mean, those are your options in this spot. Talk about being between a rock and a hard place. So I'm going to go with the under. Another game that I really don't want to be handicapping or picking, but under seems like the most sensible play here, just because the 2 offenses are in the top 10, or I should say bottom 10 in terms of fewest goals per game this month. So that's really all I got for you here.
All right, Dave, then the final pick for you here, but let's just rip the Band-Aid off, shall we? The Colorado Avalanche versus San Jose Sharks. It seems like the most evenly matched pairing from our game selections this evening. So what's your pick on this game, Dave?
This is another one where, I mean, not a very pretty game, to be honest with you. You take a look at Colorado. I would actually like to bet Colorado in this spot. They've played relatively well in the month of March. And I think they're more of an upbeat program than San Jose is right now. San Jose is another team just waiting till the end of the season to essentially fire head coach, GM, maybe start trading or try to trade some players. And it's tough to bet a team like that when they, veteran team, they know what's coming. They're not going to be playing so hard. The problem is that Colorado doesn't win in San Jose. They have lost, I think they've lost 14 of their last 15 trips to San Jose, lost 12 straight regular season meetings. It's tough to bet a team like Colorado when they have such a bad history there. And then on the flip side, you got the Sharks. Well, the Sharks have lost 10 of 13 at home. They've averaged 2 goals per game in their last 9. I mean, enjoy laying minus 150 with that team at home. It's a really tough spot here. I'm going to go with the under. It's, again, kind of pinned into a corner here, but I think that the under is the play. You just take a look at the two teams and how they played with 5.5 totals this year. Under is 10-6 when the Sharks are at home with a total of 5.5, 17-10 when the Avs are on the road with a total of 5.5. So that's about it, and I'm going to go with the under in that one.
All right, ladies and gents, once again, Sportsbook Review pro handicapper Dave Golikoff with the insight on your top NHL plays for the evening, even in the good, the bad, and the very ugly. And for the best hockey picks on all the action going down this week, keep it locked right here with us at sportsbookreview.com.